Hi everybody, Sid here. Welcome back to Psion with me, Sid, obviously, because it was Sid here and yada yada. And yay, we're back. And I do apologise if if last episode was a little bit tedious with all the spell editing. And what I intend to do this episode, because there's still some spell editing to do, I am just processing more iron. I've got lots of gold now. I've got lots of diamonds. Let me just show you. I've got doubled the length of each of these, and I've gone a fair distance down. So, yeah, mining with this considerably easier than mining with this. That's all there is to say about it. So, now, we left off last episode with the feasibility that we were going to make a new CAD. And the CAD we're going to make is this one, the Psi Metal CAD assembly. It's a tier 2 CAD. Yeah, so first thing we need to make is the CAD assembly. Now, we then want to make the next tier of things. So this is your basic CAD. Then you've got an overclocked, which is that with redstone, or I think a conductive, which is, we think that I don't have glowstone. I'm not going to nether right now. So we are going to go with an overclocked CAD core. Similarly, we're going to go with the signaling socket, which only has 6 sockets rather than 8, but 6 should be more than enough for what we need at this early stage. So again, we can get the signaling CAD socket, and this time I also want to get a battery, because why wouldn't I want a battery? As you saw previously, if we cast down and our psi power drops below a certain level, we take damage. So, you know, it just makes sense. And finally, and I don't know whether we've got the means to do this, I've got the lapis, I just need some red. I'd like a CAD colorizer this time, because using this dig spell, well, down there specifically, right, what time is it? Oh, this doesn't work on this version, does it? Of course not. Okay, using the dig spell, with this little blue particle effect. Getting wood, of course, now very easy. And yeah. You've got to love this. It's, as I've said before, I was dubious as to whether Psi was going to be a mod I actually liked. All doubts were cast aside after I started playing with it. It's like a tech version of Ars Magica almost, and Ars Magica was one of my favourite magic mods. It's a shame, well, I say it's a shame it hasn't updated. It may not update, who knows, but it hasn't updated yet to 1.8 or 1.9. So if we go back to Psi, I want a colorizer at PSI. We want a purple colorizer because I like my purple. Sawdust, iron and glass. Crap. Sand. The colorizer, completely irrelevant. It's just customizing your CAD to cast things the way you would like them to be cast. Okay, I need some sand. So, creeper alert over there. I'm not bothered about him because he's not bothering me. Just grab that. Enough? Yeah, that's enough. We don't need a lot, I don't think. If we do, we'll grab some more. It has to be said, the other thing is, I'm actually very impressed with the responsiveness of 1.9. My initial thoughts were that it were not going to be a particularly potent or good version. Certainly from what I've seen and what I've read, I've had to reevaluate somewhat. Stick those in there. Let's put you in there for now. How are you doing? You're done. Grind that. You can go in there. Take that out. You can go in there. Perfect. Perfect. Right, so the colorizer, we need a couple of we need some iron, dye, and sawdust. Iron, dye, and sawdust, and glass, of course. Get that. There's our colorizer. So now we should be able to go and throw you in with that, and that. This is going to make us a much better casting system device. Actually looks more badass as well, to be honest. So we're going to throw, this in here. Now the infusion I'm going to leave in, we'll take the dig out. The infusion we'll leave in, and the reason for that will become apparent at a later date. The dig spell we shall throw in there. You know, we've got 6 sockets now rather than 4, and everything's good. And you know, we've got the 6 things with a C key there. So the other thing I wanted to introduce you to was a concept, and this is the spell drive. 2 of these and a redstone, and this is going to be invaluable because right now my spell that I have got on my CAD, my dig spell, is not. This is empty. There's nothing there. So I want to get my spell, and I've got a dig. Now I can't put that dig spell back into the table item, or can I? No, you can't. Didn't think you could. But if you combine the dig spell with a blank spell drive, you'll get a spell drive with that on it, with the dig spell. And then you can use that as like a USB stick to reload your spell. So you can see now we've got a break block, a trick break block. So if I go in here and say I want to do this block movement, now this is trick move block, and it's going to have a position and a target. So if we say we want to learn that, we need to do that. Can we get away with this spell? Trick move block. Collapse block would be move block is the one that takes a position which is there, but it doesn't have a target. The target is a vector as well. I wonder, can I get away with? Probably not, but give it a try. No, not that. Let's try that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then we'll say the target is where I'm looking. Well, it's got a target. It may not work, but who cares? We've got the important thing here is that we have got a spell, which is, I'll call it piston, because that's effectively the spell effect we're going to get out of it. And if we put that in there now, and then go and say piston, it didn't actually work, but it did actually get us a level up. So, but more importantly, if I were to get rid of you and go with the collapse block, which only has a position, I'm going to call this one sand. Let's just jump in here, take piston and load that in. Now this is a pretty nifty spell, because if you look at a block and fire out this one off, let me just make sure I'm on the wrong one, it will function and act like sand. It will just drop. So it basically gives you the ability to take any block and make it act like a sand or gravel block, gravity affected block, effectively. All right, so we've got that. Now we've got elemental, we've got loop casting. Loop casting, I've never really got into, but that's fine. Elemental arts. This is the first where we hit into damage spells. So we've got smite, we've got random operator, trick blaze, trick torrent, and trick overgrowth. So these are the tricks, but the one we need to do is smite. So let us change this over to, I think this may work just doing it like that. It's only got a position again. We're going to call you smite. We're going to grab a new spell drive. And, oops, helps if you make the spell drive. Not spell drive, spell bullet, even. Pop that into the card. Smite and oops. So smite is a damage spell. It basically shoots whatever you're aiming at with a lightning bolt. Now it's probably better suited to this spell, however, a directional, a targeted spell. And if we were to go here and say select a focal point, and then we go the entity position of the focal point, and then we're going to smite, which is taking that, then that might be a better usage because it's got a range on it now. You know, you kind of so yeah, we can have some fun with a bullet rather than that version. I don't think you just no, you just zap it later. Right, so we got smite, we got movement advances, we got loop casting. So movement advances is blink, mass blink, things, and blink spell is basically let's load up the spell drive. Hang on a second. Now, if I remember rightly, the blink has a target and a distance. So it's a target is what were the target entity. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really, isn't it? So target entity. All right, let's try that. Let's try blink. The target is that. The distance can be 5. It's reasonably castable, so we shall take that. Whacking our gun. No, that's not a dig spell. Hang on. Let's try again, otherwise we're going to be confused. Well, more so than usual anyway. So, if I take my blink spell now, it should take us about 5 blocks forward. So if I'm stood here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bang, just teleports us. It's basically mini ender pearl, and the number of blocks dictate the power. Then you've got this loop casting, loop cast index. Now I have honestly got, oh, execution's done. Okay, I've really got to know how you do this one. Loop casting is a style of magic defined by the usage of loop cast spell bullets. When a spell is cast from a loop cast spell bullet, it executes it if it was cast from a normal one, but also puts a player into a loop casting state where until they unequip their card, it will continuously cast the same spell at a rate of 4 times a second. The advantage of loop casting is the fact that the initial cooldown to the Psi regeneration is only applied for this first spell in full. For each subsequent cast, the cooldown will be much shorter than usual. So given a caster with a high enough level to sustain Psi regeneration to recover the cost of blah 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 blah. The red piece of this group is select a loop cast index. This piece selects the amount of times a spell has been loop cast. For the initial cast, this will be 0 and will be incremented every time for every subsequent loop cast. This can be used alongside the operator modulus and integer division to alter how the spell functions every time it is cast. Blah blah blah. Returning the amount of times the spell up to 20. Well, that's all very interesting. How the hell do I actually use that? Let me go and have a little think about this one. I may just debug it, and I'll be. All right, just gone with the debug. So in theory, I haven't even put it on a loop cast bullet. So yeah, I really don't know where I want to use that. Every time I've tried to loop cast in the past, I've managed to kill myself with it. So yeah, you just get us past that. So this is easy enough. We just need to do greater infusion. And the trick for that is greater infusion. So eventually we should see greater infusion. It needs to go onto a spell bullet. Oops. Which we shall do and pop that in there. A greater infusion, believe it or not, infuses things like diamonds into Psi gems. And Psi gems take us to the next level of CAD stuff, so you can get the overclocked. You can get the top level of the huge CAD sockets or the transmissive CAD sockets. You've got the bigger battery, but more importantly, they bring us to these, the tools and the melt weapons. So this is what I've been aiming to get to. Tool casting. So we're going to take select a broken block, but first thing we are going to do is we're going to make a Psi Metal pick, for which we will need 2 of those and a couple of those. We're going to need to do some more of this, and we are going to throw this together. There's our Psi Metal pick, and you know, really doesn't do anything. There's 4 slots on it, but it just looks like an ordinary pick. We are going to want another spell bullet. It says putting stuff away, and we are going to want to clear you and go in here, and we're going to do tool casting. This is the one we want. The next level we're going to get to is exosuit casting, which is interesting, but we've got to move through a few things. Tool casting. Select a block broken, select a broken side, block broken side, select a attack target. But the one we're interested in is block broken. So the selector is selector block broken. It returns a vector. Let me get this right. So wide free time. We're then going to do a select, we're going to do a block break sequence. So the position is that the target, is that right? Hang on. Let me just double check. Alright, all things being equal, this should work. I'm going to give you a reference here. This is invaluable, you will find this, and this is a Reddit page, and it is Psi Spell Compendium /r/Psi Spell Compendium. If you start getting stuck with how to do things, such as here, where I'm honestly out of my depth a little bit, this is where you want to go. Now in theory, this should mine a 3x3 block. I'm not sure whether it's 3 above or 3 one above or below, but this is my strip mine spell anyway. We are going to stick you into my pick. We are going to get my pick and we are going to go and select strip mine, and I'll just try it here. Cool. Well, there you go. That was it. It's basically, I can come down here now. If we, well, let me just try. If we go, say here, I can go, and it will basically just cut out the top and bottom ones. Ideal if you like me and you like to do a certain pattern. There is a 3x3 version, like a hammer. You can do all of these things. So that is your Psi spell. Now here's another thing. You'll notice if I hold my thing, my Psi in the top thing is going up and down. There's a simple reason for that, and that is because it is repairing the damage on my pick. That's right. This thing is repairing itself using my Psi energy. Cool, cool. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 because I want a shovel, an axe, and a sword. We are going to get our card. We're going to change you to no. I thought I had an infusion. Blink, smite, smear. That looks like the one. I'll just let my Psi regenerate. To be honest, the infusion spells are so simple that, you know, you can just quickly recreate them as and when you need them. However, we're going to need a little bit more of you. We're going to need some of you. So the sword is simple enough. That's one of those. That's a Psi Metal sword. The shovel, oops, let's get this right. The shovel is 2, 1, and 1. And the axe is 2, 2, and 1. Now, this does no more damage than the normal axe, but of course it has got spell effects. So, yeah. Now, I'm not bothered. Sure, the speed, let's have a look at these. The speed of the axe, exactly the same. And the speed of the sword. If we were to look at that, the speed is, attack speed is 1.6. I don't know whether we've got attack speed is 1.6. So the attack speed is 0.9. Yeah, you know, it's kind of what you would expect from these weapons. Realistically, I'm going to put the sword away. We're going to go with you, and maybe, I'm not even sure whether I would use that, but we'll keep it to one side just in case. And we are going to go now and have a look at the positive effects, which is speed. So we're going to take you, we're going to go and clear this grid, and we're going to go with a very simple, select the caster, and we want a positive effect of speed, was it? Applies target, power and time. So we're going to put you in. He's going to have target, he's there, he's going to have a power of and a time. So target is this one, power above, time from below. We'll say we'll have 3 seconds for power 1 or power 2, power 12, forget it, 2, 3, 4. 4 we can't cast. We can do a 3 for 3 seconds. However, so I'm going to quickly, I mean, this is going to be, so you can see, yeah, it's quite easy to use these positive effects. Takes us to negative effects. Now, negative effects are where we can start to have some fun because we can get slowness, weakness, ignite. So, for example, if we were to go back this way, we can have a effect of how do we want to play this? Well, first things first, we need to do. Have we not got? No, I don't think we have. So we're going to take the negative effects. We want to get the selector. Let's have a look at selectors that we've got now. So we've got the selector is the. We don't actually have. This is select the entity that was attacked. So that's our selector. And we are going to go with, what was it? Not fire resistance. Was it blaze? Creates fire at the given point. No. Oh, what was it? Can't remember what it was called now. It was a fiery one. Ignite. Sets the entity on fire. The target is the entity that was hit. The time is a duration, and the duration is say 3 seconds. There we go. We're going to take, oh, we've got everything we need. We're going to go in here, we're going to make a spell bullet. We are going to do you. We're going to take this guy. We'll come back to the world and we'll pop, not that shouldn't be called strip mine. We'll call it burn. Why not? And we're going to make him a fire axe. Now we need to go and find something to hit. And did we actually have? Oh no, hang on. Did I? We need to actually do wither. That's probably the one we should do. Let's just change it to wither for a second, because that's the one we need to do. Target, power, and the time. This one requires a bit. 1 second. It's going to cost a bit, but we can do that, I think. Right, we just need to go. Oh, and we also need. Let's just get this. We are doing it. Set this to wither. I mean, it's not wither, it's burn, but we'll. I'm thinking we're going to have to move out of this hole in the ground as well. We have just about. Hello. I hear you. I'm actually unarmored, which is probably about the most foolish thing I could be doing right now, isn't it? Oh dear. Oop. Oh, I keep on forgetting we can't spam, can we? Why did that not give me the level? I think we need to do this as a target thing with the CAD. Using the caster on the... It did work, it just didn't actually cast it. So what we probably need to do is... Let's clear that for a second. Let's go and get you. We're going to take our smite bullet. We are going to get the smite spell temporarily. And we're going to change this to be target the entity position. We're going to change you to be the wither. That's a vector, isn't it, though? How do I want to do this? What we probably want then is entity damaged again. Hang on. Am I just doing this all ass about tip? If you'll pardon the French. If I take this out, put this in here, will that entity target is non-existent, but that's fine, I think. I never said Psi was easy, by the way. Yeah, I see you, mate. You see me. I see you. No, damn it. Help. Run away. Yeah, there's the danger, of course, is when it doesn't work, you're kind of going, oh crap, what the hell do I do now? Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Interesting. Let me evaluate this problem, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I managed it. I managed it with this spell just on the thing. So select a focal point. Of course, I did it on a non-powered spell bullet, so it really didn't have the desired effect. This has got no effects in it right now, and what I would like it... Oh, I'll keep giving myself wither. What I would like to do is take out the wither spell from there. And I would like it to be, that needs to be attacked target, that needs to be ignite. I want you to ignite it for 3 seconds at power 2. Oh, doesn't matter, it's keep forgetting the delete key is my stop recording key. So that's there. My voice is going a bit as well, just for good measure. Let's give it not 35 seconds, 5 seconds. No, that's expensive. Let's go for 3 seconds. Ignite. Oh, bugger. Get there eventually. 3 seconds. Oh, yes. That's what's happening. So, alright, there is a... I think when you're in one of these, you can't edit that because that's an editable field. So yeah, just remember that one. So you go in there, that goes in there, you go there. Now we can then set that to burn, and then when we hit something with our axe, it should catch fire and burn. That's the idea anyway. Let me just get this down. What are you on? You want to be on dig. This is just my simple dig spell thing. Just get me out spell. You know what I mean? Right, find me something to hit. Hello? Anybody? Hello, Mr. Pig. Why did you not? That is on. If we hover over the spell selected is burn. And you're not doing anything. That's interesting. Oh well, that's definitely one for the drawing board. But we have got some reasonable tools. We have got a reasonable casting assistant device with a range of, if I go with smite, for example, and go and find a piggy, we might even be able to make a fire, if nothing else, and a zombie pigman. Maybe shouldn't have quite done. Oops, maybe that was a bad idea. Okay, walk away from it. It didn't happen. It wasn't me. So yeah, smite thing. We can obviously, if I'm here, I can go bonk and zap through a wall quite easily. We've got the sand spell, so I can drop things. We've got the strip mine spell, which I think. Well, that didn't do anything. What did it? Oh, you gave me speed, didn't you? Because you're not actually a spell. Strip mine needs to come out. We've got dig, we've got sand, we've got smite, we've got blink. We've got this, which will do the strip mine. It will actually do it on dirt as well, even though it does it particularly badly because obviously it's a pig. That takes us through into exosuit casting. And we have got this thing down here called the exosuit, which we can now make. So next episode, we're going to tackle that. We are also I'm going to bring most of my gear up here, just so we are a little bit more comfortable, shall we say. And I mean, this will do for now. We'll get a nicer living quarters line down the line, but we'll bring the stuff up and just make sure that, you know, everything's good. We probably move out from this point eventually and get out there and do some stuff with all this stuff we're learning and working on. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and let me just get a drink. Until next time, I will see you soon, and bye for now.